So, a podcast is a series or collection of digital audio files that are available for listening or downloading via the internet. For the word, it's more simple. It's just iPod plus broadcast. It could be a website or apps, whatever you like. Nowadays, video version of podcasting is recording at the same time. The best way to think of podcasting is kind of like Netflix audio. So you know how you can pick up a show on Netflix. Podcasting is very similar. You can pick up a show and decide what you want to listen to. First, upload the audio, get a hosting site, make it available. When you do that, your hosting site will create RSS. It's a super significant technique. It's like a housekeeper that helps you collect, package, or the news programs you want to harvest, deliver it directly to your device in the format, place, time you desire. It greatly enhances listening experiences. Next, I'm going to analyze a completely different development history of podcasts in our timeline, focusing on America and China in comparison. In 2004, China's first podcasting app came out. Next year, the first podcasting website to be published. But it didn't stir the waters until 2018. On the contrary, American podcasting industry kept flourishing. Nowadays, America has 2.1 million programs to be chosen. In 2022, American podcast listeners exceeded 177 million. The number is 53% of total population, which means 1 in 2 Americans listen to podcasts. The first reason is perfect listening career.
On Car Country.
America is the world's leading automobile industry. 100 years of automobile history, coupled with a high per capita income, result in Americans buying cars as common as Chinese buy cell phones. Therefore, it has a huge listener base and a long history of listening habits.
This is the new iPod Nano.
2005, Steve Jobs made a qualitative leap in audio carriers. The traditional new media in the United States, the New York Times, has created a special podcast, The Daily, which is designed for the working people. It's updated every weekday, often for 20 minutes at a time. The content focuses on topical issues in society while providing an in-depth analysis. Its length perfectly suited commuters, creating a loyal audience.
Which is that, in case you haven't heard, we have a new show. It's called S-Town.
This episode was written by a female reporter who reported on the 1999 murder of a high school campus in the United States. It became an instant hit with its suspenseful and compelling narrative. This episode sparked an explosion of podcasts and revolutionized audio narratives. Systematized and diversified business model determines that American podcast has a strong cashability. As to China, first Massachusetts made its podcasting business model. But nowadays, China has already added more methods, which most focus on intellectual property. In recent years, as China's economy has flourished, people have become more and more concerned with spiritual communication. The media of podcasting has gradually come into public view. JustPod is a top-level Chinese podcast company. It released the China Podcast Consumer Analysis Report in 2022. This report points out the current podcast audience in China is young, high education, high income level. Frankly speaking, podcast is the last fertile soil for new media in China. In the era dominated by short video, information is over-quantified and fragmented. People's visual stimulation has reached the threshold. I believe that the medium of podcasting can be stood out. The deep link between podcast and audience broadens not only the boundary of language, but deep spiritual thinking.